What's up, good people? It's your boy Jeremiah Thomas with Louisvillelawnprofessionals, and today we're going to be taking care of what you can see right here. You see all that? I'm going to be knocking that out for y'all real quick. All this brush, dumping it out. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we had a ton of bushes and branches to get out of this front yard. With them not being very thick, I thought a hacksaw would be the best thing to get them out quickly. Problem was this: the hacksaw was taking a little too long to cut through, so I used a variety of cutting tools. I used some loppers as well, some manual tree loppers, and then at the end you see I had to bring out the chainsaw for the big trees down towards the left side. One thing I did notice, or I will make sure I do differently for next time, is that when I'm cutting these bushes out, that I'll cut them in smaller portions so they can either fit in the bag or they can fit on the back of the trailer much nicer. The big portions is good to get it out of the ground really quick or get it out of the front area really quick, but it is horrible trying to stack these limbs on a trailer, and then if you're trying to transport them from place to place, if you don't have a dump trailer like I don't, it was a disaster. So definitely smaller size next time, and just try to chop from the outside in or from the top down. So I got smaller pieces and then put the bigger pieces at the back. Yeah, it's a little bit more work, a little more time consuming, but definitely easier to transport. This was a big difference of a cleanup for me because I've never seen someone take out every plant in the front. They said him and his wife planted those some 20, 30 years ago, and they just overgrew, and he didn't have a chance to cut it back and just wanted it all gone and might plant some more plants in the future. I asked if he just wanted me to shave it down. He said no. So we're taking every piece of it out, and we'll come back and remulch it. On the left side of the house, there was a couple of small vines and small trunks that I wanted to get out, and the hacksaw was just getting caught up, so I brought the manual loppers out to take care of it. So I got a couple of pieces out, and then I saw how the loppers aren't doing it, so let me go back to the hacksaw. Got the hacksaw, chopped a big tree or two out. Then we moved to a bigger tree limb at the end, put out the old handy dandy Husky. That's my big chainsaw that I love to use, and we chopped it down with these. Got the big tree, got a couple more big trees, big limbs, and then we finished it up with the hacksaw. So it was a job for all three this time. So make sure you have all your tools with you to make sure you can handle any type of branch or vine that may be in your way. I had to haul off the brush and continue up the job, cleaning up the job. I had a lot of vines growing up on the house, going up to the siding, so I yanked that out. And once we got all the big branches out, I grabbed my rake and swept everything up in piles and began to get rid of that. But there was a lot of areas where the mulch was non-existent and the grass was growing in there like it was the regular lawn. So we weed eat it all the way down to the dirt so we can have a chance to come back and mulch and get rid of that greenery as time goes on. We'll make sure we put some weed preventer and some grass killer in there to make it more of a landscaping or a landscape flower bed more so than just part of the lawn. I love yard work because it gives me the opportunity to just sit back and think as I work, come up with a plan to work diligently to get the end result of clearing out. People would ask me in my younger days what my hobbies were, and the only thing I could think of was to clean. I don't have any other hobbies. I don't swim. I don't put together projects or anything like that. I just like to clean. I like to make things look better, and this is a great opportunity for me to do so. So I decided to follow my dreams and clean people's front yards. Y'all gotta forgive all this grunting I'm doing, because this stump was in there, boy. It took me a while to chop this out. Luckily, I had this axe in my van that I was able to come and chop it out with, because the sawzall was taking all day and I couldn't dig around it because there were so many roots around it on each side. So it took a while. It took some sweat on that. The customer was like, "Hey, you know, if you're tired, you can just come back tomorrow and finish this." Nah, we don't get tired over here at Kevin Gates. Now, in the first video with the drone, you weren't able to see the side of the house going towards the door, but this is obviously it, and it had 2 overgrown boxwoods, evergreens actually, and a tall tree that was growing up past the roof. The gentleman asked me to cut the tree down to waist level and to completely remove the evergreen. So I said, okay, if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. So chopped it out with a hacksaw and used my manual loppers to level off the tree so it can grow back, and swept it up with our handy rake, and that was it. What's up, you guys? This is Jeremiah Thomas again with Louisville Lawn Professionals. As you can see, we are back again where we started last night, and it's all gone. Got it down to the bare minimals. Knocked it all down. Got all of our brush over here on the side. We'll be getting rid of that later on this evening. But looks like overall it was a good job. Customers happy. And we should be good.